Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Hannibal Sky here again, doing another Borderlands starter guide for the secret armory of General Knoxx. I'm still running around here in the T-Bone Junction, and here in a second I'm going to show you one of the new types of enemies. There's 5 assassination squads that are after you in this game, and I'm going to show you the first one just to show you me as a level 50 hunter against level 51 enemies in this one. It's pretty tough. I barely get out of this one alive. I got real lucky on a couple spots, and this is the very first battle that you come across in this DLC. So this is kind of showing you why you need to go throughout the other parts of the game probably to level up. Otherwise, just get lucky like I did and actually win this one. Because they're crazy fast and their attacks do a ton of damage. One hit will kill most of your shields, if not all of it, depending on who hits you. And they'll keep running at you. You just got to keep hitting them, hopefully with critical hits, because that'll kind of knock them back and make them stop charging at you. But these... and there's always one leader and that has an actual name. And they're always the toughest, obviously. But you're going to see here I get kind of get my ass handed to me a little bit here. So I'm down to 15 health, and for some reason she missed twice and then just ran away. I don't know why. I was very happy about it, but I should not have won this fight by any means. But I just start picking her off with headshots and throwing the Bloodwing at her, and I eventually come out on top of this one. But you're going to face 5 of these total. This is just the first one. So, you know, another reason, one of the kind of visually showing you why you need to be leveled up to like 53 or 54 before you really want to start getting into the missions of this game, or of this DLC. Because otherwise, you know, like, I'm killing a ton of ammo just firing at this person over and over again, trying to kill one person. Granted, it's a boss, but the other ones were a little bit tough for me too. And you get against some of the Lance Troopers, like the Shock Troopers, who can drop your shield in 2 seconds, and they're higher level than you, you'll get killed real quick, like I did. So keep that in mind when you're doing this one. You don't want to just jump straight into it, usually. Wow, had me down to 1 health there. But when you do kill these, they drop a bunch of gear and money for you. Speaking of that, going back to, I mentioned Knoxx in the last guide. Apparently when you do beat him, which I have not done yet, unfortunately, he drops a shit ton of weapons. And they're the best, some of the best weapons in the game. Unique ones that you can't find anywhere else. So it's definitely one you want to do, not only for the achievement, but for the weapons as well. But you're probably going to have to do it with some other people playing with you. So just don't try to hog all the weapons when they drop them. Try to, you know, pick and choose which ones each of you will use best. That way you're not going to make anyone mad who just helped you beat one of the toughest parts of this entire game. Again, still running around T-Bone Junction. It's a pretty big area. Not a lot to do in it, though. I'm running up right now to the infirmary with Dr. Zed, where it's got his medical supplies kiosk you can go check out. That's about the only thing I did up here. There's an elevator you can take up and down from the bottom floor to the top. You also see these little red and white robot-looking things on the ground every now and then. Those are actually the Lance probes, and they're going to be a pain in your ass when you're out driving around, for sure. Because when you activate them, in the town, you have to go up and shoot them to activate them. But when you're out driving, they're just going to be out and about. And if you get too close to them, 2 of them will pop out of the little, like, place where they come from. There's these little, like, stations that they come out of. If you get too close, 2 of them pop out and they start chasing you and attacking you, and they're a little bit tougher to hit. They're not exactly real tough to kill as far as just health-wise, but actually, see, there's one of them there. But actually hitting them, because they move around so fast, is tough. And they're pretty quick, so they'll catch you. If you start backing away, they'll catch up with you. And I'll go over that a little bit more in one of my later videos about how to watch out for those and how to keep from having them kill you and chase you and all that. But there is a mission in town to kill the ones that are just sitting dormant in the town. That's one of the first missions you do, and that one's kind of tough too with you when you just are starting off as level 50. But if you save that one until after you get the monster truck, you can use that to attack them, and it's a little bit safer because you have more shields in the truck. So yeah, the biggest thing you want to do is make sure you get that truck as soon as you can. Scooter will give you a mission to go find all the parts. They're in town. There's no enemies around, so it's really easy to find them and get them. And then you have to just go put them together, and he scans it, and now you can use that truck from now on. Here's me shooting one of the probes for the first time, so you can kind of see what they do. They spin around and they fire lasers at you, kind of a line of them, so it's tough to dodge. Not too entirely tough, especially, I threw the Bloodwing when it got down to just health and it killed him in one hit. But they're really annoying when you're driving, because again, there's no fast travel system where you can jump back to an area you've found like you can in the rest of the game. Just the only thing that's holding me back from saying this was like awesome. I'd say it's really good. If it had a fast travel system, it'd be perfect. Here, just looking at the wanted posters again. Trying to think some of the other stuff to talk about here. Different characters, different enemies you can fight against in this one. There's midgets riding on skags, and they throw hatchets at you or throw sticks of dynamite. There's little like midget communities on one of the maps, and I found that by accident by falling all the way down to the bottom and had to run all the way through it, and had like 20 midgets chase me back to the top. But again, like I did so many times, jumped back in the truck and just fired missiles off the edge and killed them all from a distance. So here you can see all the different wanted posters for all the different characters, and kind of cool how they put those together. Let's see some of the other characters. There's these giant robot-looking things, kind of remind me of the bad guys from Pandora. Those guys are pretty tough, but if you have the acid rounds, those really help against those type of guys. And I'll see you guys in the next guide.